I know I sound like a broken record tonight, but it doesn't surprise me that every single item you guys have made a customer pick. There are actually 59 5-star reviews on this set. Is this the one I'm going to use? Ooh, and this is like kind of the Mac Daddy of the headsets. So if you're the person who just has to have the best of the best, you know, or you're the person who says, you know what, my husband, if it's not right up there, he doesn't want it. Welcome to your headset. All right, here we go. There's 3 different colors, well, actually 4 colors. I'm holding the black. We have the red. Guys, do we still have there's the blue, but do we have the white? Oh, we don't have any white? No white at all. Okay. Sorry, the white is sold out. There we go. There we go. So I've got the black, the red, and the blue are your 3 options. And once again, we have 5 flex pays and free shipping and handling. All right, so the first thing that I noticed about these, it says the word wireless. Yeah,
exactly.
That's pretty cool.
I'm enjoying my music right now because I control all my songs right here on the top of my headphone right over here. It is a wireless experience. It is true noise cancellation. You notice my ear is completely encapsulated by the comfort of this headphone. Okay, and then when I say comfort, look at the cushion that's in here. Again, comfort for hours of listening enjoyment, that trifold design, which is great. These are the latest ones, which again, true noise cancellation, but also you don't have to go out and get batteries for that noise cancellation because you actually have a rechargeable port right over here. You have a fuel gauge, so you see how it matriculates up, so you know how much more time you have left. You can listen to up to 20 hours of music plugged in, or then if you even do it wirelessly, it's up to about 7 to 12 hours of music, but it's just really comfort and enjoyment to get lost in the music, get lost in that movie, because there's so much audio in our lives, even taking our telephone calls. And what's also cool about this option and the Beats option, because if you actually go travel on an airplane, they don't have Bluetooth headphones to listen to the movies on the airplanes, right? So the cool part about it is you can actually, they come with the cable, so you can actually listen to the music.
Oh, so you have the option.
Exactly.
Oh, awesome.
So,
okay, 2, let's talk battery life, because it's really impressive. Because sometimes you get wireless and you go, wait, there's no batteries, I've just got to charge it up. And you're like, oh, great, I'll get 2 hours out of it halfway through a movie on a plane flight and go, you know, I can't listen with my headsets. It's super impressive, the battery life on this.
Well, that's just it. The battery life is impressive. Whether it's wireless or plugged in, you can get up to a 20-hour battery life when it's plugged in.
That's
and then
great.
if it's wireless, it's up to about 12 hours battery life,
yeah.
Which is great. And like right now, I'm listening to music. I'm tethered free. I can be typing at the computer, working on the treadmill, vacuuming, getting that dusting done. And the cool part about it is I have true noise cancellation. Like I went on a big trip a few years ago and I remember being at the store and I wanted noise cancellation. Price wasn't an option or an object, or I mean, I just wanted to make sure I didn't hear people on the plane, people around me. And I want you to realize all the controls are all right here. Like, I don't know if you can hear me. I'll turn up the volume. Can you hear that volume? That's coming from the headset right over here. I want to pause that music. I'll get a little closer to the mic. So it's beat. If I want to pause it, I just hit my B. Same thing if I want to take a telephone call, which is just great. So I can pause it, play. I can advance the track if I wanted to as well, which again is just that much enjoyment. But you heard that great quality. That is going from this device to my microphone. Imagine that right directly on your ear. You don't turn up the music. You don't have to blow out your eardrums to get that great quality sound because it's all right here on your headset, and you could easily just customize that experience. You're also getting the carrying case, which is important too, because you have that trifold design. Nice hard-sided carrying case, that carabiner so you can attach it. Because what happens is you just open it up, you take off your headphones, that trifold, you pop them in. These are protected. These are the big ones. These are like what they use in the studios, but they're that wireless convenience.
Now, and again, they're wireless technology, and what I really like is the distance. You can be 30 feet away from your source. Yep. So let's start thinking about that. All right, so let's say your tablet's, I don't know, maybe it's your laptop or whatever. As long as you've got a wireless connection, so it'll wirelessly talk to it, right? So would that work for my television?
If it's Bluetooth enabled, definitely.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
You could be 30 feet away watching your favorite movie, everybody's sleeping in the house, and you're rocking it out with these on. That's awesome. And 30 feet's a pretty good distance. 30
feet is a great distance, because I actually have to admit, I bring my music to the gym, and the next thing you know, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go to the water fountain, and I'm walking away, and I've forgotten that my music's there because I'm still just lost in the music. Same thing with your housework, your dusting, or the yard work.
You don't have to drag that thing around with you, whatever your source is.
Exactly.
As long as it's in 30 feet, you're good to go.
30 feet away from you. And that's the cool part of being tethered free. I mean, you're a crafter. Yeah. Last thing you want is, a cable in the way when you're crafting in the middle of the night because, you get home late.
That's when I do it.
Exactly. She makes these cute little diaper cakes. And
I do diaper cakes. I do diaper cakes. Thank you.
She does.
I make cards, too. I make a lot of cards. But again, you don't want like a cord hanging here plugged in
or
somewhere.
Or you can't play music if everyone's
sleeping. Or I
sleeping.
walk around, like I got to go get my Anna Griffin little cuddle bug, and then I'm grabbing this over here, and then I got my stamps in this one box across the room.
You know what I realized once, too, is I was vacuuming the house, and what do? I crank up the volume on the TV because I got to hear it over the vacuum, and I realized, wait a second, I don't need to do that because I have my wireless headphones and I'm vacuuming. I have the music right here. The music's, it's 30 feet away. I'm getting my house chores done. I'm not bothering the neighbors or other people in the house. That's the convenience. And if I'm talking really loud right now, I apologize because I'm listening to music, because you can hear the music right here. I'll crank up that volume again so you can hear that great quality sound. And remember, I can take my telephone calls or just change the track. I just hit my B twice and it's nice little classical. Because again, remember, we don't know, maybe if this is a gift for someone, we don't know what kind of music they like to listen to. But we're giving them the most amazing way to listen to that music, that sporting event, that audiobook. I'm not a big reader, but I do love audiobooks and get lost in it on the treadmill or just doing those chores, passing the time, not hearing the crazy coworkers, not hearing the roommates. And also, I love Christmas music. So let's be real, when Christmas music season comes around, you really want to just get lost in that. You can listen to it. You can listen to it now. No one has to know you're listening to it, too. Because they also talk about there's less leakage. Because if you've ever been, like, with the kids in the car, like, turn down the music because I can hear it, because of this extra cushion, and you notice how large this is, it encapsulates your ear. So you drown out more, you get less going out to the people around you, and you have that true noise cancellation. One of our producers that used to be here used to go out and walk his dog every morning, and he would wear the wireless headphones. About every week and a half, he'd have to replace batteries. This is that latest version where you don't replace batteries, you just recharge it time and time again. And that, what I was just showing you, is that fuel gauge. So it tells you, I mean, it's fully charged right now. If I have 2 lights, you know, got to plug it in, charge it up.
So I was at my son's school, and I was doing the concession stand, and one of his classmates walked up, and she had wireless headsets on. I think they were Beats. And I said, well, that's cool. Why do you have those? And she said, well, she actually is a basketball player. And she says when she goes to warm up before the official start of the game, she puts them on, and she likes the fact that they are wireless when she's warming up for basketball. Now imagine warming up on a basketball court. You're moving your hands. You're shooting shots, right? You can't have a wire dangling down.
Exactly.
Is that what you do?
Do my prancer size?
Obviously, Bill has not played basketball.
I got a great jump shot.
But I mean, think about it. And she really did. She said, it's so cool not to have wireless. She goes, you know, I can warm up, I can run, I can jog, I can get ready. And then she takes them off, obviously, for the game. But also, her source of her music is sitting over in the chair in her duffel bag. Yeah, it's in her bag. And so I thought, well, duh, that's really kind of a good idea. And she says, oh, gosh, she goes, I just take them with me wherever I go. And so she loved the convenience. I just had that happen yesterday. And we had this whole conversation about the convenience of wireless headsets.
And they're lighter weight, too, because remember, you're carrying around batteries on your head. This is why, again, it's lightweight, it's nice and convenient. I mean, if you travel, you sit on an airplane, you have a little bit of space, then you have your tablet or device where your music is, and then you have a cable. You don't have to worry about the cable. I love it because you put these on, it's like that international sign for don't talk to me. And it's like I can listen to my music, fall asleep because that extra cushion. And you see how it really encapsulates your entire ear. Your controls are all right here. Oh, it's on the other ear, sorry. So it's all right here. I can play the music right there. I can, again, advance a track. Oh, my God. I can turn down the volume. That was a little loud.
You forgot you had it on.
Exactly, full blast, because I wanted you to hear it. But it's really giving someone that proper device and how to listen to it. I'll play a little bit of music for you. Should I play it on the pill so you can hear how that sounds?
Yeah, do it. Do you have it handy?
Remember, you can't hear exactly what we're hearing. I'm going to come down to my tablet right down here.
But this is to show you kind of before and after.
Yeah.
It's just an example.
Where do we store all our music? On our tablets and our phones and all that stuff. And things, whether it's, you don't, again, know what kind of music they like to listen to, but this is that music experience. Someone wants to drown out, you know, the druthers of the day, and that's their tablet, and then you want to listen to it on the Beats pill, because that's that Beats experience. Oh, I took it when it was zoning down. Let's crank that up for you. Listen to how much fuller and brighter that is. Tablet experience, phone experience. This is how much brighter and richer that is. And that's that Beats chill that you're going to give everybody. Whether it's, again, any of the Beats products, that's the benefit of listening to it on a proper device.
Right.
Because there is so much audio in our lives. It's music, it's movies, it's underscoring, it's little thing, meditation. It's the lectures in class, you know, getting your real estate license. You have to listen to all those tapes and discs. It's going to sound better.
Also, too, just a quick customer reviews. I loved them. One guy said, best money ever spent. Another one said, great wireless signal.
Yeah.
He really loved it because as he got farther away, it didn't start to crackle and it didn't start to fall apart. So I thought it was neat that a customer took the time to review it, saying how great the signal held up. It didn't fall apart as you got away
I've
from
had
it.
some Bluetooth things. If you put your hand or your coffee cup between your device and
It stops working. Right, yeah, so we really complimented the signal on it. All right, so here's what's going to happen is we have coming up a special. It's called an instant rebate. Nobody else has it. Now, trust me, you don't get Beats on sale very often, so we've still got a special one coming up for you. You'll see it in just a second. Please stay on line for these Beats, and we got more.